Welcome back Filmscope subscribers and our first-time viewer. Today we'll be diving into a movie recap of a raw, unfiltered story of the movie titled Gangs of Lagos. This isn't just a movie, it is a mirror-up look at Isale Eko, the historical beating heart of Lagos Island, where money, blood, and politics sleep on the same bed. The movie kicks off with a chilling, historical elegance. The voice of Obalola, played brilliantly by Toby Baker, guides us into the spiritual landscape of Isale Eko. He introduces us to the sacred Ayo masquerade, traditionally a symbol of cleansing and royalty, but here, weaponized by the dark underbelly of Lagos politics. The suspense slaps you in the face early. A young Obalola watches in sheer horror as assassins dressed as Ayo masquerade storm their home and execute his father, a street kingpin who dared to oppose the political godfathers. To survive, young Obalola, alongside his fiercely loyal childhood friends Ife and Gift, resort to traffic robbing on the gridlocked Lagos roads. When they pickpocket the wrong woman, they are dragged before the street lords. While others see trash, a suave visionary gang leader named Nino, sees destiny in Obalola's eyes. Nino adopts Obalola, giving him a shield from his hyper-religious mother and showing him that the street has structure, rules, and a twisted sense of honor. But just as Obalola begins to feel safe, the rugged politics of Lagos demands blood. In a chaotic ambush, Nino is brutally hacked and gunned down. By the 22-minute mark, Obalola has lost two fathers. The innocence is dead. The energy shifts from childhood survival to cold, hard reality. We fast forward into adulthood. The street urchins have grown into formidable players. Obalola is now Kozim's top enforcer. Gift, Adejua Itomi Wellington, is a badass tomboy who handles a blade better than any man, and Ife, played by the singer Chike, is a struggling Afrobeat artist trying to use his voice to fly out of the trenches. The energy here is peak Lagos, fast-paced, gritty, and pulsating with life. They are now working under Kozim, Olorotimi Fakana, Nino's former right-hand man who has taken over the block. Kozim presents himself as a benevolent Ronko, but he is deeply embedded with Oloregon, the ultimate political kingmaker of the state. The emotional tension rises as Obalola crosses paths with Tenny, Bimbo Ademoy, Kozim's daughter. They shared a childhood crush, but she has just returned from schooling abroad, living a life of luxury in Banana Island while Oba is staying with the gutters of Isale Eko. It's a classic, agonizing Lagos contrast, the extreme rich and the severely broke. Oba knows she's a forbidden fruit, but the heart wants what it wants. Meanwhile, the political temperature of the city is rising, elections are coming, and Kozim expects his soldiers to deliver the streets by any means necessary. This is the emotional graveyard of the movie. Ife finally gets his big break. A major music showcase that could be his ticket out of the underworld. The trio celebrates, dancing and laughing, thinking that at least one of them will make it out alive. But Lagos doesn't let go that easily. Kozim sets up a political operation to eliminate a rival gang leader named Pana. He drags a reluctant Ife into the mix just to show loyalty. The operation goes horribly, violently wrong. In the chaotic, adrenaline-fueled street war that follows, Ife is brutally cornered and murdered in cold blood. The scene where Ife's mother, Mama Ife, played with soul-tearing brilliance by Chioma Chokuka, discovers her son's lifeless body will give you goosebumps. Her raw, agonizing maternal grief transforms into a curse upon the land. The colorful, energetic Lagos turns pitch black. The suspense peaks when Obalola uncovers a devastating historical truth. Kozim didn't just let Ife die, Kozim orchestrated the entire chaos. Even worse, Oba discovers that Kozim was the secret mastermind behind the assassination of his beloved mentor, Nino, all those years ago. The snake has been ruling the kingdom. With Ife gone and the veil of deception lifted, Obalola strips away every single ounce of mercy left in him. He and Gift form a pact sealed in grief. They are no longer Kozim's lapdogs, they are his executioners. The energy in this time of the movie is pure, unadulterated street warfare. Obalola does something historically profound. He goes to the forgotten, discarded youth of the slums, the ones the politicians use as thugs and dump in the trash, and he unifies them. He invokes the spirits of his father and Nino, turning a scattered group of area boys into an organized guerrilla army. They begin to systematically dismantle Kazim's drug and political empire from the inside out. Machetes trace sparks on the asphalt, local charms are activated, and the suspense is suffocating because Kazim realizes he isn't fighting a boy anymore, he is fighting the very spirit of Isale Eko that he betrayed. Every frame is heavy with the impending doom of a man who thought he was a god. The grand finale closes the historical loop of the film. The sacred Ayo festival is on. The streets are a sea of white sheets, white-brimmed hats, and heavy wooden staffs. It is beautiful, eerie, and deadly. Amidst the masquerades, the final showdown happens. Obalola and Gift storm Kazim's stronghold. The combat is cinematic, heavy, and exhausting. Gift fights like a woman possessed, avenging Ife with every strike. Finally, Obalola corners Kazim on a high balcony. Kazim tries to manipulate Oba one last time, playing on the family card, but Oba looks at him with eyes that have seen too much blood. With a final, poetic stroke of justice, Kazim is sent hurling down to his death, crashing into the very streets he terrorized. Kazim fallen from power, dead on the pavement, the end of a tyrannical, greedy era. Tenny escapes to London, broken by the truth, a tragic, fractured love that can never be mended. Gift stands by Oba as the fiercest survivor, the undisputed general of the new dawn. Obalola steps into his name, the king of tomorrow, takes the throne to protect the youth, not exploit them. The movie ends with Obalola standing by the Lagos Lagoon. He has the crown, he has the power, but his heart bears the scars of a lifetime. He vows that under his reign, the children of Isale Eko will never again be used as pawns for the rich. The sun sets over the water, a bloody, beautiful, and triumphant end to the gangs of Lagos.